All right, so this is episode 1 right here, or vlog 1, and we're going to a meetup event off the app MeetUp. I actually used to use this back in the day, and this, here's the thing about this, right? So this is the entrepreneurship's social event. The thing about this is I don't know if it's going to be hot or anything like that. I have no idea what I'm getting into. I looked at the roster list, but there's no way to really tell what people are affiliated with, right? It just says the name and all of that and the attendance. But the thing about it is this is the part of getting messy that I like to preach, because the thing about it in business especially is that it's, a lot of it, of course, you want to work on your skills and your offering and how well that you're doing with your clients. But the other part of it to track new business is you just got to put yourself out there. And I don't find it uncomfortable, but some people do, and I respect that. Maybe go out more and do it, and it won't be uncomfortable. But really, this is part of what I would say is the new networking type of portion of business that a lot of people they neglect, because it's a little bit easier to do things at home. But there's nothing more powerful than a face-to-face event. So here's what I would expect. Here's how I'm going to predict that we're going to do a video after to see if it's correct. But what I'm going to predict here is that it's going to be a lot of clicks. There's going to be some people that already know each other, and they're going to stay in their little flock, right? And so the hard part is, well, how do you not interrupt the situation, but not go there to where you're the guy on the back wall? And so my thing for that is to make yourself, your eyes, your body language available. That's really what it is. Smile, right? That's ultimately what's going to be inviting and get people to want to naturally talk to you. So, my other prediction out of this, and actually, it's kind of like a two-part. I would say my goal with this here, like my mindset going in, is going to be curious. It's not about me and best revenue. We don't really even need this. We don't need the business from it. Of course, we want to work with a lot of people, but I'm curious to see in my community what people are working on, what type of businesses are out there, right? Because you never know if something is very, you don't know who's going to be at these things, but you don't know what people are also working on and how you might be able to actually help. But going in with a curious mindset, like a detective, of being like a kid again, what are you working on, right? What kind of business are you creating? I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of marketers. God bless them. I love marketers. But I have a feeling it's going to be primarily marketers and some sharks, not hating on the hustle. But I think there's probably going to be about a 1% pool of the people there that are truly working on something that I'm not going to say is groundbreaking, but something that is really interesting, that maybe you haven't heard of, or it has a high level of sophistication. But I'm going to assume that most people here, consultants, coaches, that's typically what fills the floor. And normally I would advise against these types of things, but since it's free, obviously I pay for the membership to be on MeetUp, but since the event itself is free, these are the types of seed planting type of things that you want to be a part of. But here's the thing: let's say I don't meet anybody interesting, and everybody is in their own world. They don't have any interest in talking to me. Well, here's the value that is still going to be plucked from it, because now it's pattern recognition. I'm going to remember this, and I'm going to say, yeah, it wasn't all that fruitful, right? It wasn't all that great. So, and I'm going to know why. I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm going to avoid this group in the future. It's got a lot of people, but people that typically go there, they kind of got their people. There's nobody really here that I guess I can benefit, or vice versa. So that's what you got to extract from this, is that nothing is a waste of time. It's going to be really about putting yourself out there, and then the lessons, whether it's good or bad, to extract from this. This is a chance that I'm taking. Normally the groups I go to are a little bit smaller, and there's more of a speaking engagement type of a deal. Apparently there's supposed to be 150 people here. I doubt that. I think maybe 50% will show up. and especially stay till, or, arrive on time and whatnot. So, anyhow, bestrevenueco.com is up. This is part one of it, and good or bad, I'm going to report this. I'm working on getting kind of like a hidden camera type.
In 2 miles, take exit 145A onto 7th Street.
There we go. Okay, so I'm working on getting some like a hidden camera or something like that. So that way I can kind of like film the interactions. I'm not gonna wear those Ray-Bans. It's a little goofy, but unfortunately, I'll try to film, maybe get some sneak video if I can. But if not, I'll see you guys out, in the post-game wrap-up. And bestrevenueco.com. Come talk to me.